Good morning and welcome to day 36 of the second annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota. Welcome to my space, and joining us is one of my co-hosts, Brian, Software Brian. I hope you're doing well this morning. Many thanks to our sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. Hey, Brian, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Sherry?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm getting a little road beat, Brian. You know, I've been away from home since February 22nd. I'm a little road
Oh
beat.
my goodness, that is forever.
It really is. It's a long time to live out of a suitcase. I want to give a little shout out to my friend Danny, who's joining us. Glad to see you. Hey, Hayden, ASG, and Billy. Glad you are with us this morning as well. Um, Please be reminded you could find recordings of our past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212, and Brian's vlogs can be found at his YouTube channel at Software Brian. So be reminded of those things. Brian, go ahead and tell us. Today's going to be day 2 of the tag team. We have Team Dodger in the house. Brian and his
That's
daughter
right.
are Team Dodgers. So tell us, I tried to find you guys on the list of chip stacks, but you guys aren't on there. So, but the list is not very well done. I'm just going to tell you that it's not a big deal you guys aren't on there, because it looks like there's some issues with the list of chip stacks for that event. So tell us how you guys did, where you're at with that, and what time you guys start today and the lowdown.
So we sat down shorthanded yesterday, obviously, like you do at the beginning of tournaments. And that reminded me that it would be a really bad strategy to have Abby play at the very beginning, because Sherry, I probably won the first 15 hands in a row. And then the table was not having it. So that was fortunate though, because I made the nets like a couple times here and there. And
I
they
love
were
it.
so mad, Sherry. And we get to the river on this one hand, and the guy, I have the net flush, and he checks to me, and there's now three threes on the board. So I am not gonna bet the net flush. And
Right.
I mean, he checked to me, so it's probably good, but I'm not betting it. Why would I bet it? Um, so I turn over my hand, and he shakes his head and does this whole song and dance, and then turns over the boat. And I'm just like, what an idiot. Like like why would
Yeah.
you poke the bear? Like we start with 20. By this point I'm up to like 30K. And I'm like, you are an idiot. Why would you do that? Like, I
Right.
didn't care. I mean, I still got like I think 27 or 25K, I don't know, something like that, but yeah, we got him. Yeah, we queen 10, flop came queen 10
Nice.
10, got his stack. And then kind of floated along for a while, got moved. And then I had a hand where I had like 2-4. The flop was like ace 5 something. The guy didn't bet much, so I called the turn. I think on the turn I make the straight, and he just jams into me. So I collected his chips, and that got us up there. So we just really floated along at the top of the leaderboard most of the day, most like from midway through the day. And
So let me stop you right there for a second, Brian. So uh, how much time did Abby and how much time did you play?
So that was pretty funny because so I literally told the table, Abby has never played poker. She has no idea how to play. And then sent her in there. They're actually telling me like, no way, shut up. And so because there's no bathroom breaks, so she had to play a few times, you know. The first time she played, I let her play like a round, and and when I came back, they were actually they were like, "Hey, you know, she should really come back and play more. You really should have her play more." They were like,
Of course they.
Abby, you should get in here and play." The guy to my left that was like complete crusher, he's like, "I'll let her win. So I'll let her win a hand, Brian. I'll let her win, you know, like and whatever." So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I think we'll skip out on that idea. Um,
right.
so yeah, she played like what I expected. Not at the times I expected. She played that full round, and then she played like, you know, when I needed to run to the restroom, she played. Um, but she was funny. She was like, "So, Dad, on we did get a couple breaks, which was nice. At the bracelet ceremony,
Good.
they stopped and gave us the break, and then at the at the at one of the actually, I think both of the did we do two color ups yesterday? Maybe just one. Anyway, yeah, the color up was late in the day though, I think. So
Well,
can't remember if we
me
did
ask you
two.
this.
Yeah,
When they did the bracelet ceremony and played the national anthem for the winner, did play stop or were you guys on break already by that time?
I didn't pay any attention. I'm not. We weren't.
Okay.
Well, we weren't playing. No. Yeah, we took a break. That's when we took.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
asking. Yeah, I just want to verify that's what you were saying.
yeah, we took a
Okay,
break
cool.
during the bracelet ceremony, and then we came back. We played what 11 levels, which seemed kind of short.
A
Um,
long day.
well, we
Come on, that was a long day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love having the breaks. The problem is without the breaks, it's I didn't get any like of the vlog, like little update things put together. So
Right.
I don't know how we'll do that, but we have enough content and stuff. So um yeah, so it went good. We're through to the second day. We were
Awesome.
up to like a
And that
hundred
starts today
hundred
at what time?
we were up to like 180,000 at one point, and now we
Okay.
have 100 and really basically 130,000. We start back at 11, and we're
Awesome.
82 away
Who's
from the
going in?
we're 82
Who's in
away from the
first?
money. Well,
Sorry.
I decided that I'm gonna let Abby unbag the chips, and then I'm gonna play. So she'll get to stack up the chips and play with them, and then
Sounds like Daddy's trying
we'll
to get some content of Abby. I can eat the chips.
Well, yeah, but also, did you see the picture of her? The picture was perfect. She's like looking out of the side of
It's
her eye at the
beautiful.
person, like she knows what
It's
they're
beautiful.
doing. She has no idea what they're doing. But yeah, she
Oh, I
mastered the
love it
poker
so much.
pose. She mastered the pose there. So Poker News said they're going to stop by with a photographer and turn one of the
Good.
reporters and
Good.
this morning, so that's good. Chad said he's going to send some
That's
people over.
very exciting indeed.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Did you and your dad make it today too, Brian, or no?
we almost won. We were like
Tell
we
me where you finished.
I think 32nd. I mean, we had a pot for the chip lead. I sat down at this table on whatever it was, day 2 or 3, and I think it might have even been day 3. Um, 32 left. I've got a bunch of chips. I'm sitting with Brian Yoon, Nipoon, and like two other crushers. And Sherry, I'm playing almost every hand. I'm just running over the friggin' table. And so, you know, I pick up 6-8 under the gun, and obviously I raise. as you would do with 6'8" deep in a tourney. So
Right.
Brian Yoon, he hadn't played a hand all day. He re-raises me. I know he has a monster hand. We're both pretty deep. So I'm getting like 3-1 to call with 6-8 off. I call, I flop 6-8-4. I check to him, he bets. I jam, he insta
Nice.
called with his aces. Way,
Oh,
Sherry, can I say way behind he called with his aces. And
all
he
right.
he turned a four to counterfeit us and just about knock us out.
Oh,
So yeah, that's that
brutal.
was brutal, but we got
Brutal.
close, and that's why we're here. We're gonna come back and get Pops's bracelet, and
Right on. And I just wanted to
that's the
remind
plan.
people of that story. So I
Yeah.
just wanted you to elaborate a little bit so people know where you're at with that mindset. So good luck to you and Abby. We look forward to more updates today from Team Dodgers.
So last night was crazy. Sherry, we come out and we're in the hallway. First we ran into Avi, then we ran into Bobby and Stephanie and like four other people. I can't even remember the other their like all these spaces people. We were all like right there, and then
I love
Avi's
it.
like Sherry's right over there. Like we saw Avi first. He's like she's right over there on that slot machine around the corner,
Right.
and then Bobby and Stephanie walked up and and Raj I had seen like just before that, but
Right.
anyway, um by the time we got like done, we kept running into people. We didn't even walk like two steps. The Saurus walked
I
up and
love it.
we were all like, what the heck's going on? And then by the time I'd gotten around the corner to find you, you were gone. So anyway.
I was long gone in my bed because I've literally hit the brick wall. Uh, this Gigi has hit it and will probably stay in bed today. Can get a good nap in. I will probably go play a what do you call it, satellite or something later today. I'm just spent. Honestly, I'm just plain spent.
Oh
It's been
yeah,
a long few months.
how did I forget? Thank you, Stephanie. Um, we saw right after Avi, Brad comes walking around the corner, and then we were like, wow, we were going crazy. Um, and then Shove Time Chris and the Saurus as well.
I'm just
So
going to tell you that Brad had just seen me. So
that
we were literally minutes apart in that
no,
game.
we were
That's
like
so funny.
10, probably no, probably 20 yards from you because we saw Brad at that margarita bar there, and he's like Sherry's like literally right around that corner. I'm like, oh, okay, gotta go say hi to Sherry. And like 45 minutes later and 15 people, we I mean we had like the spaces
Hilarious.
meetup game too there, but with
I love
no
it.
game. So
No game. I
yeah.
love it. How fun. Isn't it fun to meet the people in person that you've been talking to for a year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, whatever? It's just fun to meet people in
Well,
person.
like I was telling Stephanie, like I was like, my gosh, like just what a cool community that we have. Like we got some knuckleheads here and there, but
Right.
for the most part, just like some awesome just people in the spaces for
Absolutely.
sure. Like just, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's really
Well,
cool.
I need to move on to a couple of things for a minute.
All
Bear
right,
with
let's
Brian.
go.
First, I need to make an apology. During the meetup game, I received a DM that's someone that I thought was a friend said in a space while the meetup game going that I was hosting meetup games for clout. And that was very upsetting to me on for several levels, right? First of all, this is one I consider a friend, not just an acquaintance, so my feelings were hurt. Second of all, I am knee deep in a meetup game, working my ass off to host. And this is a friend that is in a space talking poorly about me. So, yeah, I blocked him. I came into space, said I block him. Of course, I did not call out his name because that's between him and I, but I wanted it on record why I was blocking him. Anyway, my apologies. I'm so sorry I did that because the information from a very dear friend in real life was incorrect. And that person was actually defending me in the space, not calling me out for my name. So, my apologies to that person who probably will not be remaining my friend because, when they asked me last night, what happened, or well, they came at me with a rude remark, which of course I have the right to defend myself, like they have the right to defend themselves. And when I responded, we kind of figured out, oops, there's been a mistake, and I have been informed. And their attitude was still like, you know, they could care less if they're friends with me, and that's fine. I've said it many times. We could be friends or not, and it is okay. And I take full responsibility for trusting the person that was DMing me about what this person was saying. I take full responsibility because it happens to be someone I trust. And I have a feeling just a misunderstanding, miscommunication, whatever doesn't matter. What matters is I apologize to that person. Of course, they've been unblocked, and I am moving forward with my day. So, just wanted to give that apology out today. Also, I want to talk about the meetup game for a minute. Of course, we're going to thank our sponsors again, South Poker Room for those amazing gift certificates for their awesome food vendors. Jim at Rec Poker for his 2-month subscriptions to the Rec Poker site, which after this space is over, I'm going to do a live space and do the drawing for those um, free 2-month memberships. Also, my friend Christy at Pretty and Poker sent us some really amazing crossbody bags, some traveling blow up pillows, some hats, some pretty in poker hats, which you can see Wolfie won one and he was wearing it. And there's a great picture of him on my Twitter feed wearing the hat. This morning, I also posted a link to the Pretty in Poker site so you can go check out her apparel. She was most gracious and sent us some great items for the meetup game. My friend Christy from Florida. And of course, Donna, we thank her for her donation. And Nat's Dogs, we thank her for the goodie bag to give away to the ladies that attended. And our crazy pineapple winner, Caitlin, won that goodie bag. So kudos. Also, of course, I donated stuff. Is it to thank yourself? I think not. So, moving right along, I want to bring Fats up because I have a couple of questions for him. Good morning, Fats. How are you?
Good morning, Sherry.
Got some questions for you.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Did you plan to co-host MySpace for the meetup game and then hijack it in order to start your own space with another space host?
No.
Was that a plan before you started?
No. I was arguing about that whole thing last night. In other words, there was the talk like the day or two before where I was going to host the meetup game space with Donna. And then that was that day before was the day when I was going to tell that story and you ran me out of the space. And So I didn't know if you were mad at
I
me.
didn't wait. I didn't run you out of the
Oh,
space.
you ran me out of space later, not when I was trying to tell the story.
I did not run you out of the
But
space. I just
I didn't know if you were mad. I didn't know if you were mad at me or not, and so I didn't know if I was still on tap for the co-hosting of that space. And I ended up showing up late, like at 7:30, and so the space had already been started, and I just came in and I kept Donna company all night. And I wasn't even made a co-host of that space until the end of the night when Donna had a headache. And so I was getting hatchets last night in another space. We don't have to say whose it was because we can all figure that out. That what I did was that I let you hijack the meetup game space that I supposedly was supposed to host so that you could be the host to block so that people who wanted to come to the meetup game or couldn't listen to the meetup game space because you had them blocked. That's what their bit was they were trying to run on me yesterday.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I said, that's ridiculous. So one of the leader of the pack was saying they were on their way to the meetup game under the guise that they were invited and welcome, but then they couldn't get into the meetup game space because they were blocked. So since they couldn't get into the meetup game space, they turned around and went home. And I said, well, that's about the dumbest thing I ever heard. Because who wants to be in the space? Who wants to be in the space? You want to be at the game. You don't want to be in the space. And I said, as it was, it didn't go really as smoothly as a planned space would go because it was too loud there. So we didn't really have the communication that we would have liked to have to do that properly. So basically, it was always just me and Donna hanging out, and whoever was in there until you would come in with reports. And every time you would come in with reports, we couldn't communicate back with you because you just would come in and you couldn't hear us. So, I mean, it's not a space anybody. It wasn't like, not to detract from it, but it wasn't like the greatest space in the sense of it didn't run with the smoothness or the interactivity that we had anticipated we would have.
I don't know.
So,
These all sound like excuses, Sherry. I'm just
yeah, that's what I
kidding.
said. It was 100% excuses. And I told him finally, after he was going on and on and on, I said, hey, is there anything else you wanted to troll me about tonight? Because I'm getting bored with this one already. And
well, let me just go over a couple of things. First of all, once I set up the space, and anyone that's there can tell you, once I set up that space, I wasn't listening, I wasn't looking. I literally had my phone on the rail and attached to my charger, and I was hosting a meetup game, right? And so,
right.
I have no clue when you came in. I have not even listened to the recording yet. Why? Because it's like 4 or 5 hours long. I'm busy in Vegas right now. So
Yeah,
I have
I wouldn't
no
waste your
clue.
time listening back to that either because
Well,
I
I
don't
have,
think we did the best content there.
You better listen, Sherry.
okay,
The whole thing now. No, I'm just kidding.
time out,
I'm
time
just
out,
kidding.
time out. Here's the thing. The meetup game space, the reason why I did it, and I will continue to do it, and I will host my own meetup game spaces. I don't care what other people do, but I will be hosting my own meetup game spaces because when I took this on per Snoop's request, because anybody that was around in the fall knows I didn't want to host the meetup game. I was giving the information to Snoop because he wanted to host, and I even set him up with a place to have a private meetup game because Modfather wanted to have it off property at a private home. I even had a name for Snoop for that purpose. And at that time, Snoop didn't know Sean McCormick. I was connecting him with Sean to ask him to do a meetup game at one of the MGM properties. I was supporting Snoop doing the meetup game. And for people to say that I'm doing meetup game for clout, they are so clueless, just looking for content. They're definitely not poker players because they have no clue what it takes. But anyway,
Well, they weren't saying that. I wasn't getting the message that you were.
Time out. Just time out for a minute. So I'm just going through several things that have come to my attention over the last couple of days. So don't take offense, anybody, that this doesn't involve. So to have a meetup game and I'm going to host it, yeah, I'm going to do my own space. Why? Because the intention of that space is to be alive at the meetup game, and people that are playing the meetup game go into the space and report whatever's happening to them, around them, at their table. And those that can attend can listen to that space and maybe feel like they're there for a few minutes enjoying the fun we're having. So I will always host my own meetup space. And that's just the way it is. And I don't care if 25 other people host a space or not. That doesn't affect what I'm doing. I'm going to do what I want to do. Nobody's going to tell me I can. Nobody's going to tell me I can't. And it is
We know
okay,
you're about the
folks.
clout, Sherry. Come on, be
Oh,
honest.
all
We
about the
we
clout,
we've always
the
been about
clout,
the
the
clicks and the
clout.
clout, and
See, now I never heard the accusations about the clout. What they were trolling me about was that you purposely hijacked your own meetup game space so that the blocked people, all the people that you have blocked, wouldn't want to come to the game because they couldn't get into the space. That was
Okay, does anybody besides me see how ridiculous that sounds, or am I just
that's
overthinking this?
exactly
Like this.
my argument was how ridiculous that sounded.
All right, we're going to move on because it's just not worth our time. And I think we have other things to do, and it is okay. But I do want to give a shout out to Ruben. I'm so excited that he's going to do a private meetup game here in Vegas. I don't know what that means, the word private.
yeah,
So you
it's just
guys need to reach out to him.
I don't,
He's going to
I
do it July the 4th.
Sherry, I
Go
don't
ahead.
think that it's. I think he's just saying that it's private in terms of kind of like what they did at Sahara, right? That other guy wanted to jump in the game. It's like, no, these guys are having a private game kind of thing. So it's not like
Okay,
exclusive or
time out.
anything, I don't think. Anyway.
All right, time out. The guy that jumped in at the Sahara at my
Yeah.
meetup game, he was given permission by me to come
Yeah,
join us
no, yeah,
because
totally.
yeah, so I don't want it to be, and then
Yeah.
when we had someone else show up to our game, I asked if he could move so that our
Yeah,
person could
yeah,
sit at our
totally.
table. So I just want to be
And
clear that that's
that's why they made that guy move, right? Because it was our private kind of thing. But if somebody else from if there was a seat open, we let him let the
Do you want
person.
to know what
we'll
the
let
troll
anybody.
is
Yeah.
about the Ruben game compared to your game? And this has nothing to do with Ruben. This is what they were saying. They were saying that the Ruben game is going to have pizza. That's what they're.
Good for them.
That's
That's what.
awesome.
Hey, good for
That,
them. Because you know what, our meetup game at Aria had pizza too, and it's a shame that people are trolling an operator that donated the pizzas to that game. Because you know what, I wonder if that operator will ever do that again for us, since they're getting trolled for 6 months
wasn't
about
that
donating
operator?
pizzas.
My recollection wasn't that Nick Vertucci? Oh, it
Nope.
No,
wasn't.
No.
Okay.
no, no. All right, so back to Ruben's meetup game. It's July the 4th. It is posted as a private meetup game. So reach out to him to see what that means, to be clear. Brian spoke on it. I don't know. I've been sleeping. I just happened to see it this morning. So please reach out to Ruben, RSVP. and whatever. And good luck. I'm excited they're having that meetup game. That's exactly what I want people to do all over the country. Have meetup games so we can meet up and meet each other. It's an awesome opportunity. It's fun. You get to play with people that you've been talking to for a year, 6 months, a month. And guess what? We're all better for it. So please host meetup games by your homes if you're traveling, whatever. It works out better if it's when a series is going on because more people will be in town. But, just do it, people. That's what we want. Go ahead, Avi.
Fats, any word if there'll be pepperoni on said pizzas?
I don't know, but Sherry, I want to, on the thing you're saying about the meetup game where you meet people, it's something.
Yes.
In my business, there's a lot of times, sometimes you can go years and years with doing sports betting business with somebody, and you know them by their name and you know them on the phone or through the internet, but you've never actually met them. And one of the cool things about Bet Bash is it's almost like a sports gambling meetup game, so to speak, because that's an opportunity to meet for us when we go there to meet people that maybe we've talked to for years and never met before, and finally get to meet them for the first time. And long before Bet Bash, sometimes you could be doing business with somebody for 20 years before you ever get to meet them. So,
right on. I think it's fun, and it's been a lot of fun over the last year meeting people and in real life and putting a real face with a name. And I love it. I'm here for it. I'm going to continue to promote it. I'm going to, just like asshole Mike when he wanted to do one outside of Chicago. I tell him, I had him blocked at the time. I'll help you do a meetup game.
Who's asshole Mike?
Those that know, Brian. But anyway,
could that possibly be Pantrolio?
Awesome.
So anyway, I told him I would help him do a meetup game, and people are like, "You would help him?" Yes, I would help him because it's good for the community to have meetup games. I mean, think about the world of poker, not just yourselves. And if you think about the world of poker, you'll understand that having meetups games is good for the world of poker. So yes, I will support everybody's meetup game. So reach out to Ruben, see what's happening July 4th. Definitely ask him what's meant by the private notation on his post so that there's no mix-ups, okay? We don't want any mix-ups. We want you to get there and have fun. Frank, go ahead, bud.
Hey, just two quick things. I want to say congrats to Brian on making day 2 of the tag team.
Thanks, Frank.
Did you? Is that with your daughter? I'm assuming.
Yeah. My daughter's quote unquote playing. She has no idea how to play poker, and doesn't. The dealer even has to tell her when it's her turn.
Well, I will be doing that in about 4 years with my daughter as well. So I can't wait.
It's
I'm
a
going to tell her
blast.
about it.
It's probably better if she knows the rules of poker.
Yeah, my daughter's pretty good, so we will have a shot, but I can't wait to do that with her.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, and just secondly, I'm glad we got to the bottom of all that stuff, and everything's Snoop's fault, so cool.
Yeah, well, it's always Snoop's fault.
Exactly. All right. Everybody have a good day out there playing.
Thanks. Are you going to say hello to the rest of us, or are we all just
Sherry,
now?
Donna, Avi, everybody. How's it going? I'm going to be playing the step satellite at, I think it's 2:00.
Sweet. Good luck, bud. Kick butt on the felt, Frank. He's been crushing it online and in person. Go, bud, go. All right, I'm going to move down to the other Glenn with 2 N's. Welcome.
Hi, it's nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Are you a poker player? Let me look at your bio.
Oh, I'm a horrible poker player. What are you asking? I just give my money away.
You're just the person we want.
Poker. Perfect. Look, come on out.
We're just the person we're going to invite you to the meetup game.
Yes.
Well, y'all got to meet up with me in South Carolina, and then, I don't mind giving you my money. But you got to come here to get it.
Perfect.
We got two people there.
All right. We'll get you. Well, welcome, Glenn.
Sherry,
Uh,
that guy,
go ahead.
I did not realize this was the World Series of Poker Space when I jumped in. I apologize for jumping in this.
That's cool.
No, we welcome. Anybody can join. But next time you better change your little bio to vote red, or you may not get the speaker mic.
I'm not going to change anything about my
Vote purple, blue.
You don't like blue money? Like what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, God.
We like
It's just
all
a
everything.
money
joke,
spinning?
Glenn.
All money spinning.
Don't get your mohawk in a tizzy, dude. It's just a joke. Just a joke.
I
Ivy,
like the
go
joke.
ahead.
I was playing along with it. I'm not mad.
All
We
right.
good?
Other people may jump off the bridge, but go ahead,
Yeah, we try
Ivy.
to avoid.
No, you know what? The bridge is too far, and I'm gonna have to walk to it because I ain't driving tonight
Good.
or today. Wait, shit! It's today. I just woke up.
Oh, shit.
Sherry,
All right, Ivy, go
Sherry,
ahead,
you
son.
just said a riff on like all are welcome, and that's what Ruben said on his post too. That's a horror movie line, all right, people. We need to work on something better. All are welcome. All are welcome.
Well,
I've
in
listened for a
fairness,
little bit, and y'all are so much fun. I love you guys, or you people.
Thank
I love
you.
all of y'all. I'll say it
thanks.
that way.
Thank
Avi, in fairness, she did let Sean McCormick play, and that was kind of like a horror movie. So, I mean,
Only because he ran out 3-3 to get Brian's
friggin'
chip.
Kings down in flames. But I will tell you, Sherry, that
Poor
guy that I
Brian.
was really sad to kick that guy off the table that was there because he was like calling every bet, and he would actually like lean in to look to see if he was gonna hit his flush. Like he's just like might
Right.
as well have had I am chasing a flush. All and he would just like keep calling no matter what you put out there. He would keep
He
calling.
should have had one of those hats that have the ticker tape on it that says, I'm chasing a flush, I'm chasing a flush.
Yeah, then on the river when he misses his flush, you bet like $3 into this $400 pot, and he just instamucks. You're just like, thank you.
Well, I want to give a little shout out. Danny had texted me that she's on an airplane right now and she can't talk. Have a good flight, honey, and I'll see you in Florida sometime. Go ahead, FTW.
Yeah, I had a quick question. What you guys saw? So me and Roger were playing the Moneymaker, so the MGM Mystery, which is part of the Moneymaker tour,
Yeah.
but
Right.
yet he's playing somewhere else in town. Do you find that odd? Like if I was him, I would be there, like chopping it up with the people in
Yeah.
my own
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah. I
No, he
think that.
does. He does both, though. He was playing. He has been playing. So, yeah, we're not going to ride him hard on that because he does both.
Okay,
He was playing at the MGM.
got it.
Yep, he does both. And the other day, that was something like, what was it called? Remember something? Am I older than Maker? What the hell was that tournament called? Hold on, let me see if I can find it
It
really
had to
quick.
be like older than money. It's like a seniors kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. Are you older than Moneymaker or something to play that tournament?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the hell it was called, but I thought it was funny. But he has been playing some tournaments at his own series for sure. But he's still a poker player and needs to play his own thing, right? Like, he needs to go do his thing as a player too, right?
So last night we were going to break, and Josh Arieh gets in this pot against this younger guy. And the kid bets, like, let's just call him a kid, whatever. He bets 40,000 on the turn into this like probably 30,000 chip pot, and Josh calls. So this is like a massive pot at this point. Both of them have about 200K behind. And the river comes an ace, and the kid thinks about it for a little bit, and then he just jams in, and Josh is like totally confused, thinks and thinks and folds, and then Josh walks away, and the kid says that he missed his straight draw. So, I don't know if I asked him again later, and he's like, "Oh no, absolutely, I missed." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, the kid shoved in like, I mean, I can't
Yeah.
I think he shoved in 1.5 times the pot, like on the river with 10 high." And Josh almost came around to a call, but he just couldn't get there. So
Yeah. Well, I want to give a shout out to Avi. Um, Last year he was doing his painting. He enjoys to paint, and he found some time to go back to painting last year. And he made me a painting, and he brought it yesterday, and you can see a picture of it on my Twitter account, my Twitter feed. I thank you, Avi. I love it. As I said, I'm going to hang it up in my bath of my garden tub because the colors are beautiful in paintings. So thank you again for something so special, Avi. I appreciate you and that painting.
Yeah, glad you like it. And like kind of what I remember is that I picked those colors specifically because I thought you would like them.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to get home undamaged, and I think I have it figured out. I'm just going to wrap clothes around it.
that was so awesome to see you, Avi, last night. Like, what a great Abby doesn't realize she thinks that's like standard. We walk out and we like see like 20 good friends and hang out, and she's like, "Are
I
we gonna
love
go
it.
eat, Dad?"
Right?
Like, yeah, but first we
Or
got to go
did
find Sherry.
Yeah, I will find you guys today because I'm literally doing nothing today unless I do a satellite later today, like in the evening or something.
Perfect. That
So
means you're meeting up with
welcome,
me.
Yes, I was just going to say good morning, Vanessa. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
That's okay. You feeling better?
I'm waiting for the day you were doing nothing so I could hook up with you. Did you go to the tournament
Yeah,
last night?
I go over to the Nugget, and I was definitely seated at the table of douchebags. Um, just don't realize how they ruin people. Like it doesn't bother me per se because I've played poker so many years, just run into douchebags. But if I were a newbie at that table, I probably would never play poker again because they were such jerks. Like they, they were like after one hand, the one guy who was the chip leader was trying to tell the guy sitting to the left how he should have played hand. You know, he was trying to coach him, and this is what a big pro told a day. One day, and it's helped me a lot. And you should really use it because you would have got more chips in that hand. And it's so annoying. Like, dude, I didn't come here for your coaching. You don't
No
even know me.
lessons at the table. Just shut your mouth.
Exactly. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Honestly. And so I just happened to end up at a table with three douchebags, and unfortunately, couldn't have any momentum as far as increasing my chip stack. So I lasted about 2.5 hours, maybe three, through dinner break. I don't remember. I regged late, so I think maybe 2.5 hours in that tournament. What was nice though, it was a deep stack, so it was a $200 buy-in, 40K starting stack. I'm like, I'm in. This is I'm in. So anyway,
Sherry,
thank you for asking.
Sherry, can we do the WSOP player? I'm sorry, the WSOP Raker leaderboard.
Oh wait, before that, I just want to say the Nuggets summer series ended yesterday, folks. So the Golden Nuggets summer series is over. So yeah, I looked at the Player of the Year points too, and I can't help but think of you this morning and our ongoing conversation about they're going to have to tweak what we're doing because you have Scott Seaver, who has now won 3 bracelets this summer, is our Player of the Year points leader with 3,757 points. Jeremy Osmus is in second place. How many bracelets has he won, Brian?
I don't know.
This summer?
I don't remember.
This summer.
I don't know.
I don't think he's won
I
any,
don't think so.
if my memory serves me.
Yeah.
And he's right on the coattails of Seaver. He's got 3,368 points.
Yeah, that's kind of seems weird. And
how are they so close when Seaver has won 3 bracelets? I'll never understand it.
Sherry.
Then you have Big Booty, who's won how many bracelets, but had 2 big runs.
Right.
He won 1 bracelet. He's got 2,751 points. So, I don't know. What do you want to say about it, dude?
Listen to these names. Scott Seaver, Jeremy Osmus, Chris Hutchins, Phil Ivey, Bryce Yockey, Daniel Negreanu, John Racner, Robert Mizraki, and then Yuri. I'm not going to borrow there, but we all know Yuri. So going back to 10th place, I don't know Joseph Codin, but the top 9 are basically like all buddies, right? I mean, is this like the World Series of rakers or what? I mean, like I just am not a big fan of the fact that you've got a small group of buddies all competing for Player of the Year. And the reality is this is the list like every year until maybe they make another adjustment. So I'm going to continue to push for that. I think that realistically the high roller events should just be like the other ones. You get one, like the online event, because when Daniel Negreanu gets down to the end of the kickoff and says, hey, wait, this guy didn't play the hand like he was supposed to play it. Well, guess what, Daniel? If you're going to be Player of the Year, then you got to be able to beat that guy too. So, like the rest of us that don't have millions of dollars in our bankroll to buy in every summer. So that is my rant.
All right, he's getting
which
off
will continue. Yeah, I'm going to step down from the soapbox.
I hear you loud and clear. And like I've said a dozen times at least, I believe adjustments need to be made again for next year. And I just am hoping that this year's Player of the Year is awarded to the one that deserves it. And I honestly, I can't see someone winning 3 bracelets and not be deserving of that award. So if it's not going to be Scott Seaver, I will be upset. Unless, of course, someone else wins 3 bracelets and then they're going to battle it out, right? But I just can't imagine how we could award the Player of the Year to anyone else. This man's won 3 bracelets.
Yeah. I have no problem with Scott Seaver being at the top. If you're going to win 3 bracelets, Frank, what do you think?
Go ahead, Frank.
Well, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that's definitely the Player of the Year. But I had a separate question back to this big blind first or anti first. I have zero idea what they're talking about. Can somebody explain to me like I'm 5?
Yeah.
Sure. So if you have 1 chip left and you are in the big blind, is that chip your big blind or is that chip the ante? Going in as an ante.
Anything less than the ante, right?
Right. I'm just giving an example, Brian.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you want that 1 chip to be used as the ante, or want that 1 chip to be used as the big blind? So they have chose it. It was up until this year going to be the ante, but now TDA is changing it because of the pressure to change it to big blind. It will be your big blind, which I don't agree with because I think you have 1 chip. That's all you should be able to match out of the pot as being your own. But this guy will have 1 chip and he will get, if he wins, he's going to get all of the antes.
No, because there is no antes.
Oh, there is no antes. Never mind. I'm thinking, I just cross. Never mind. Just shut up, Sherry. You know what? I just went back to thinking about everybody putting in their own ante. That's so funny. Okay, you see how tired I really am. But anyway, so that's the question that was posed. Do you want that one chip to be the ante, or do you want that one chip to be the big blind? So they have changed the rule. It's going to be the big blind. Now, I will say that it will also be operator dependent, because there are a few operators that, even though this is a TDA rule, are going to do it their own way.
Let me
That's what
let me
every
just explain why this is a problem, right? If you only put in the ante, you're like, why what's the big deal? So let's say you're in the hand and the blinds are 1,000, right? And you only have 500. The blinds antes are 1,000. So if ante is first, then your ante goes into the 500, and you don't get to win anything other than that because you don't have any chips in the pot, so to speak. So all you're competing for at that point is your money back. So you have to win, basically 2 hands in a row, and the next hand you're going to be in the small blind. So basically it like just kills your tournament. So let's say too, like you get you get in that position right before getting moved, and now you get moved back into the big blind. They just basically completely take you out of the tournament, without really even having a chance. So it's the right way. Savage thought should be the other way. He was like the only person in the world, probably not, but it really like the first time it happened to me, I was like, wait, because you're used to kind of grinding and grinding and grinding, and if you don't, if you're getting 8 high, um like under the gun, you're like, well, I guess I better just take a random hand better than 8 high, so I ended up in the position where I did that, and then I was like, well, wait a second, so I can't win anything here? Like, so it was really a thing too. If you weren't paying attention, you could end up in a spot where you really get hosed out of the tournament. So I think
well,
it's
and
really
I
good.
think you were not you personally, but the person was out of the tournament long before they came to the big blind with not having enough. So anyway, um, and just for the record, the WSOP has been doing big
Yeah,
blind
yeah.
first.
Actually, I was
So
just gonna say that.
they were going against the TDA rules. So that's a prime example that just because it's in the rule book doesn't mean the operator is going to do it that way. So be aware when you go to different places, it can be different. The TDA is saying it's going to be big blind first. I just want
Well,
everybody to be aware of
it's
that.
a good point, Sherry, right? Is TDA is kind of like recommendations, right? It's up to the
Right,
each
guidelines.
each room to decide, and but a lot of them just kind of follow the general TDA rules, so you might find some
Right, because
differences.
it's easy to do that, and honestly, that's what I would do if I was an operator. Go ahead, ASG. Welcome,
Hey,
bud.
so I was watching the summit on the stream, and so the big blind first was done by, well, first of all, originally up until yesterday or the day before, whatever it wasn't in the TDA. So it wasn't like it was in the TDA and then other people were doing their own rules. The point of this getting passed as big blind first is that it's now in the TDA as something, because Savage was more concerned with
Okay, but
consistency than he was with having what he thinks should be done that way. So at the time, like WPT and the Lodge, I think was doing ante first. I forget who else, but WSOP and Poker Stars and a couple other big ones were doing big blind
yep.
first. So
Yep. And that makes a great point, and ASG is right. It's just being put in the book now, but I will say the reason for that is because the TDA only holds a summit every other year.
Oh, I
So
didn't know that.
interim, they spoke about it amongst themselves and said it's going to be big blindy first, and then now that it's going on a show and they had the meeting and discussed it again, they decided Big Blind first. But the nations in the interim had been Big Blind first. So, but ASG is absolutely correct.
Well,
Uh,
and it
Stephanie,
and Sherry, it's good to see that Matt Savage is the only sociopath who wanted Annie
me?
first.
There
No,
were a
because
couple
the
others
lodge
too.
also. That's what I was saying. He's
Yeah,
not in
there were a
charge of the lodge
couple.
at all.
Yeah, there were a couple, I think in Asia too. So he was not alone. All right, Stephanie, go ahead. You've been waiting.
Hey, well, I'm on a plane now, but I was gonna ask: has there ever been any talk about us doing like a Spaces Player of the Year award? Because we have some really, really good grinders out there, people who've been making deep runs, and I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts?
Yeah,
I think a lovely idea that would be a lot of time that I have no interest in
come on,
participating.
Sherry, you can step up, design a whole thing, and track it all.
I think your name starts with software.
I don't know. It's
I
a
think
lot
you
of
should
work.
be volunteering.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, now it's a lot of
It's a
work.
lot of
Oh,
work,
okay.
Sherry.
A lot of work when you do it. A lot
I'm
of work.
trying to. I've got like 4 vlogs to edit after the series. Like,
That's a you problem,
I
babe.
sat down this morning and I was like, I'm gonna put together a really simple thing for this morning, and, and like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I can't do this right now.
Plus, then we'd
Well,
have to
that's
debate
it.
what constitutes a Spaces person. Like, does Sean Deeb and Danny Negreanu win? I mean,
Yeah, that's a good point too. I just don't think it's worth the effort, quite honestly. I think we should just continue to shout out the names high from the mountaintops when someone is doing a great job at the on the felt. My personal opinion, but if you want to do it, I'll support you.
It'll cause more problems than it fucking solves. It'll just stop everybody bitching
Yeah,
against one another.
listen,
So nice idea, but no.
only big field events count in this play. Oh, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. All right, all right.
Oh, that's hilarious. Donna, how you doing this morning? I haven't even asked you.
I'm alright. Been feeling dizzy, so I'm just laid out sitting now. Went and
All
picked
right,
him up,
honey.
but I'm okay. Still got migraine.
All right,
Oh,
honey.
Donna,
Take
do
it
you have
easy
any
on that.
medicine for that?
Yeah, it's not touching it right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. It'll stop in a few days. I mean, this is the longest one I've had for a while.
She just needs a good ass slapping from
Have
Hex's
you
poo,
gone and
and
gotten it
she'll be
checked
good to
out to
go.
make sure you're not
No,
having
I'm
some other?
fine, Brian. Seriously, I've
I'm gonna
got
worry about
a
you
phone
all
call with
day.
doctor tomorrow, and yeah, and I've got to go up to the Outlaws on Saturday because I got a text message from Caitlin's granddad saying, "When are you coming up for your birthday meal?" I've not seen them
Oh,
since October last year. And I usually go up at Christmas, so I've not seen them since October last year. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. But yeah,
is
I'll be
that
all
an
right. I'll be
actual
fine.
term in England, or is that an actual
Huh?
term in England, or is that a joke?
What?
The Outlaws.
No, it's an actual joke.
I
They're
wasn't
not
sure if that
actually.
was like a regular term in England or whether you were joking on
They're
it.
not actually my in-laws, even though, like, I've been in the family for the past 21 years, well, 22 years, obviously because of my daughter Caitlin, she's 21 this year. But they've always treated me like family. And the other one are just like, you just don't, James's grandparents, you just don't talk about them. Fucking evil witch at fucking West. But that's another fucking story for another day. But no, I'm fine. It's going to be interesting this weekend, as always.
All right. Well, I hope that headache goes away soon, so you can enjoy this weekend of treasury, as they say.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting
Um,
pissed, so it's fine.
I hear you. I hear you. All right. I think we should celebrate some of our winners from yesterday.
I gotta run. I
Um,
gotta run, Sherry. I gotta get ready to head over there. I'll see you guys. Have a
all
great
right.
day.
Listen,
Good luck,
text me
Brian.
your table number or post
Yeah,
something,
let
because
me.
if I
I'll
come,
give it to you right now. It is text it to you. Red section 492, seat 2. So
is that in Paris or in?
that the restarts are in the horseshoe. So
Okay,
yep.
perfect. Thank you. So good luck
Let's
to Team Dodger.
let's go.
Best of luck to
Let's
you and
go.
bananas to Abby.
Bananas to Abby. Abby's laughing. She loves you guys. All right. See you
Love
guys
you
Love
soon.
you
both.
too, Abs.
All right.
I thought you said
Thanks.
Think
bananas
about
to
you
Avi,
guys.
Donna. I want bananas.
Yeah, Avi needs bananas.
Bananas to Abby too. Oh my God, what the fuck have I started
Good luck,
now?
Brian.
I don't know, but I'm out. I don't know, but I'm out. All right, I'm going to welcome Isaac, and then I'm going to get on to the winners and stuff from yesterday. So, Isaac, how are you, bud?
Alive. Jesus.
Whoop, whoop.
I,
That's
I
how I feel.
I took some edibles yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I'm still gonna go play. Stupid as shit. I lied to myself completely, knocked me down, but it's okay because I got into my Airbnb. Finally got a decent night's fucking rest. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So now I'm just trying to figure
Okay,
out what the
just
day
to be
looks like.
clear, I did not take edibles like Isaac, even though I said just like me, and then he goes, "I took edibles yesterday." No, Sherry did not take edibles yesterday, although I might have needed to because I might have slept better had I. But anyway,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you got a good night's rest and you're in the Airbnb. And what are you going to do today?
Play poker, hopefully.
I know that. Where are you going to go is my point.
Actually, that's what I'm so torn about right now. We already missed the 10 a.m. at South Point, so I'm not gonna try to late reg that one. But I don't
All
know. I
right.
was considering the horseshoe one, the 250 WSOP one coming up in a little bit. But it's
Right.
either that or I don't. Golden Nugget doesn't come out on Poker Atlas, so I don't know if they have anything running today. And
Okay, let me stop you there. Um, the Golden Nuggets series ended yesterday.
okay, okay,
So that's why you're not seeing anything there. Um, well, as long as you brought it, let's take a look at what's going on around town.
love that.
So at the Venetian, we have the 1110 is the starting time for their $1,100 ultimate stack day one 200K guarantee. Then over at the Win, they have the No Limit tournament that starts at 12 o'clock. It's a $1,600 buy in and it is a $500,000 guarantee. Then they have a No Limit PKO starting at 1 o'clock. That is a $10,500 buy in, 100,000 starting stack. It does not have a guarantee. At 1800 hours at the Win is the Milestone Satellite to the Trifecta Event 2. That's a 3K buy in. There are 3 seats being given away. Over at the Orleans is the Monster Stack. Now, that may be a good value. That starts at 11 and that is a 30K guarantee, $300 buy in, and they're only doing a 15% rake. So kudos to the Orleans. And then they have at 1 o'clock a PLO 10K guarantee, 240 buy in. And at 1800 hours, they have a no limit super stack 20K guarantee, $200 buy in. So those are at the Orleans. Would you be interested in that monster stack, Isaac?
Possibly. That doesn't sound like a bad one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
one,
and the rake is
honestly.
what makes it sound even better. 15% is awesome.
Exactly. I'm trying to support those that are trying to do well on the rake by us. Over at the Aria, they have a $1,600 PLO championship that starts at 11. That's only a 10.6 50% rake, $500,000 guarantee. Over at the Moneymaker event at the MGM, it's the Summer Poker Festival. They have a $1,700 Moneymaker no limit main event. Flight A starts at 12 p.m. Again, $1,700 buy-in. It is a $1,000,000 guarantee, 40K starting stack, 40/60 minute levels. Then at 6 p.m., they have a $200 milestone to the main, 10 seats guaranteed, 20K starting stack, 20-minute levels. So that's what's going on around town, if that helps you at all.
Resorts World also has at 12:05. They have a $300 15K guarantee that's only got 13.3% rake, and
Nice.
they have a 7:05 $200 5K guarantee, and I'm pretty sure those are their standard dailies that like will well exceed the guarantee. During the summer.
Right on. I'm trying to pull up the Sahara schedule, which I've had a picture of on my phone, and of course, oh, here it is. Okay, so today is it Tuesday, you guys? I think
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it's Tuesday.
At the Sahara, they have a 12 p.m. no limit tournament, $60 buy-in, $10 add-on, $500 guarantee. At 4 p.m., they have a $60 no limit Omaha tournament, $500 guarantee. At 8:30 tonight, they have a no limit of $500 to $60 buy-in. So that's what's going on at the Sahara. And I was really hoping to get back over there to play their Omaha tournament. I don't feel like it today, but I just feel like it's worth $60 to go get a refresh and a lesson in Omaha. But I don't think that's happening for me today. So I'm going to go on to the winners and updates from the WSOP tournaments from yesterday. Event number 73. Oh, no. Event number 71, the ladies' event. We saw Miss Okamoto take it down. She took the bracelet and $171,000. And just a side note, she was the runner up last year. What accomplishment! To come back the year after you were the runner up and take down that tournament. There were 1,200 and I think 46 or 48 runners in that tournament, and
That's
she
mad.
made it through. So incredible. What a talent player. And of course, our favorite Jamie Kurtzer came second for 114,000. I screwed up yesterday. I thought they were going to be still playing like a nugget, and I'd see the final table. But of course, they were probably almost finished playing by the time I went to the Nugget to start playing that tournament. So totally screwed up. So I have not seen a minute of that tournament. Anybody watch that?
No, I missed it, unfortunately. But
Yeah, I
well done to Jamie. I know she's like heartbroken that she came in second, but what a winner. What a winner to
hell yeah.
come back from second place to go and own it. Well done, my
I
dear.
know. I know it. And for those that may, remember or not, Jamie made the final table of that event last year as well. And I actually went and watched her live last year. But yeah, so great stuff from
I
great
think,
women.
yeah, I think next year could be Jamie's year, to be honest with you. But the amount of ladies that actually played the game is amazing. That is the largest
Absolutely.
women's tournament in the history of poker. I mean, over here it was the Goliath. It was Katie Swift's game, the Goliath, and we got like over
Right.
200 and odd players, and that was the biggest in Europe. And we are building on that constantly. But to get
Right.
that amount of females all in one room and playing all together is fantastic.
It's
So
awesome.
well done for everybody contributing to it, everybody putting it together, and just being there. Let's build it, and they will come. I can't wait for KJ, for Kerry Jane Craigie, to see what she's going to be doing, because I'm 100% behind that lady.
And Donna's referring to KJ from the Hippodrome in London. She is one of the managers there, and she's been appointed a job with Poker Stars, getting more attention on women in poker and doing things for women in poker and encouraging them through special events and hosting things. So we're going to look forward to KJ's efforts um, to cater, so to speak, to the women in poker and getting more women in poker. So,
Yep, and I'm going to be there in November.
right on. Fats, are you there?
Bottom left hand
Hello,
corner,
Fats.
Fats.
Hello,
Oh,
Fats.
there we go. I was muted.
All right. I need you to work up some numbers for me. I need to know the percentage of increase. So in 2019, there were 968 entrants into the ladies' event. This year, there were, what did I say, 1,200. Hold on, I'm looking. 1,200. I think it's 48 or 46. Give me 1 minute. 1,245 entries into the ladies' event this year. So, what was the
So
increase between
12:45.
the
It went from what to 12:45?
968?
So 968 to 12:45.
29%, 28.6%.
Okay, and I'm just going to say it may have been 969, but it's close enough. So you said 28.9%?
28.6% increase.
6%. Thank
Yes,
you
that's
so much
correct.
for that number.
Confirmed.
And how amazing is that jump in numbers? So that tells me, as someone that promotes women in poker, supports women in poker, highlights women in poker, that we're on the right track. So that's exciting to me. And it'll be interesting to see how many women end up in the field of the main event this year to see if we have any increase, as well as overall numbers for the whole summer. Last year, we were at 5% of the playing field at the entire WSOP were female. And it would be amazing if we even got to 7% this year. So fingers crossed. And that's where we are with that. So go ahead, Raja. Good morning.
Hey Sherry, I think you said you were gonna maybe play a satellite. I posted the ARC
Oh,
satellite schedule for today for main event. So for interested.
sweet. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, I go home tomorrow, so it's going to have to be. Um, I'll have to play something that is just a 1 day event
Yeah,
type of thing.
these are 1 day. You can take cash instead of a seat.
Oh, all right. Thank you for those. Yeah, I may. Yeah.
Are
All
those
right. Thank you
landmarks
for
you're
that.
talking
What
about?
are you playing today, Raj?
Yep, these are all landmarks. Correct.
Hey, Sherry, it's your best bang for your buck on that on those landmarks. Uh, I
I
mean,
agree.
where there you can't invest and get that 10 times return on your money any faster, have a chance to do it any faster or better than that. I mean, otherwise, unless you want to take a field and like get down to the final two tables.
I agree. I totally agree, bud. I might play that one. Yeah, we'll see how the day goes. I definitely need a nap today, so and I have a
You're
CAT
still
scan.
running the nap
But yeah,
scam on us.
listen,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you've
I'm just
slept
going to
since
tell
you've
you.
been there. You keep saying you're taking a nap and you take naps. I'm not buying it, Sherry. It's all smoke and mirrors.
I need a nap because I'm not sleeping that night. Come on.
You're not
I
even
admit
sleeping
to
during the day. I don't believe it.
it. Donna can attest to me being a nap taker in Vegas. Oh, shit. That's funny. All right, you guys. I am going to continue on with the winners from yesterday and the chip leaders. So, event number 73 is the $25,000 high roller pot limit Omaha. 11 million in the prize pool. There are 476 entries and there are 5 remaining. David Edrich has 23 million and is our chip leader. Ethan Can, I think it's Can or Khan, has 17.5 million. Yang Wang of China has 12.2 million. Brian Rast has 9.4 million. Helppi, HELPPI of Finland has 8.7 million. At this point, they are guaranteed 524,000. First place has 1.2 million waiting for the winner. Second place is 1.4 million prize pool money. So good luck to all of those folks. They are down to 5 in that one. And some unfamiliar names to me and some familiar names. Event number 74, the 10K 7-card stud high low 8 or better. There is 1.5 million in the prize pool. 10K, wait, I'm sorry, 1.5 million in the prize pool. 167 entries, 8 are remaining. Todd Ivans has 1.1 million. Andre, I think that's Zigalov. I don't know. It's Zhigalov. Has a
Sigalov.
chip stack size of, thank you, of 983,000. A couple of notables in number 4 position is Todd Brunson with 859K, and Norman Chad, a crowd favorite, is in 13th place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 288K in his stack. They are guaranteed. How am I doing this when this can't be right? There can't be 8 left and Norman Chad's at 13. So I don't know how many are left. But right now they're guaranteed. I'm not even going to say they're guaranteed because now I don't trust those numbers. But first place is going to walk home with 376,000. Second place is going to walk home with 250,000. If somebody wants to look up how many are left in that tournament, I would appreciate it. And I don't know if they have it wrong or, I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
want to
Fats.
do a reverse shout out to Alan Kessler, who went in there third in chips
If Fats is
yesterday
speaking, I'm going to have to dip
and
and come back.
fell apart. And Norman Chad, if he made it that far, that's because I contacted Norm and asked Norm if I could buy a piece of him, and he said he already had enough friends and family invested, so he didn't need anything, and that's why Norm made it as far as he made it.
All right. A little bit of Spaces Run Goods provided by Fats.
And
All
Kessler,
right.
wait till I get my
I'm
hands
turning
on
Donna
Kessler
back
today.
up. Uh-oh. He's in trouble. All right. Event number 75 is the tag team event. $1,000 buy-in. There were 1,437. I'm assuming that is people, not teams, but I'm not sure. There are 292 left. I'm not sure if that's teams or people. They're in the money at $216 for $1,002. So after sitting there half their lifetime, they're going to make $2, so $1 each. First place is going to take home 95,000. Second place 63,000, and that's I think per team, not per person. And on the list, they just list Derek Stark in first place with 485K. Didn't list his partner. I have no idea. Then in second place is Ivan Rezonico and Alejandra Lococo. and they have 331,000 in their chip stack. So I know they're having a hard time posting the updates for the tag team because that site is not designed for a tag team information, right? So they are trying to make do with what they're allowed to do when they're posting on that site. So that's why it's a little mixed up, and we really don't have all the names. And like Brian and his daughter, they're not even, I didn't see him on the list at all. So I have no idea. Event number 76 is the 10K mystery bounty. There's 8.9 million in the prize pool, 965 entries, 236 are left. They will be in the money at 187. That doesn't sound right either. I'm not going to say anything about the money because that doesn't sound right either. I wonder if the site's glitching. Now that I'm stopping to look at what I wrote instead of just being a computer and writing it down and not paying attention.
Sherry, I'm going to attribute all these problems you're having right now to the fact that you haven't been taking those naps you say you're taking.
See, he's wrong. But anyway, this is just my old blonde self. I'm a blonde in disguise. The chip leader in that tournament is Matt Brenner. He has 1.6 million. Roberto Romagnello is in second place with 868K. Stephen Chadwick is in third place with Chidwick is in third place with 825K. Some notables still in there. D. Brewer, Big Hooney, Coleman, and Harmon still in it to win it. Event number 77 is the $2,500 mixed big bet. No, mixed big bet. Is that really what it is, or did I write that wrong? Lord have mercy.
No idea.
It has 863K in the prize pool, 388 entries, 122 are remaining. Patrick Mulder is in first place as far as chip stacks are concerned with 388K. Anthony Ribanero has 315K. Some notables still in there. ODB Baker, Ray Fisherman, and Chip Jet are still in it to win it. So there you go. Sorry for those mix-ups. I really don't know if it's the site or me.
So actually missing a coffee, bitch.
Yeah, I am. I need some coffee. I ordered this like an hour ago. I don't know where it is. Oh, that sounds horrible because now I'm going to have to follow up on it. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys this morning. Anybody have anything they want to bring up? Be reminded that a few minutes after this space ends, and obviously I get off the phone with room service, I will do a live with video space to do drawing for the 2-month free membership at poker. So I will be doing that live as soon as I take care of my room service issue. Raja, you have anything else you'd like to bring up, discuss?
No, I think today I'll be playing the mini main. It looks like over 4,000 entries already, but I'll probably go register in a couple hours after I get done with some work.
What time does that one start? Is that a 10 o'clock
Yeah,
start?
I start at 10. Late reg is there till I think 5, so plenty of time.
Oh, yeah. They already have 5,000 people in it, or 4,000 people, and it's only 10:24.
Yeah, it's going to be, I would probably guess it's a freeze out, so I would guess it'd be about 6,000, 6,500. So
I love that it's a freeze out. I love freeze outs. I think it's good for poker.
Yeah, good structure. Well, it is turbo. It's 30-minute levels, but you do get 60,000 in chips. You start with over 300 big blinds, but I'll probably buy in around level 5 or 6 where you have about 100 big blinds. So,
and that's $1,000 that are interested, right, Raj?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck in that. I'll probably be around railing folks today, so I'll probably DM you for your table number as I get ready to come down. Okay. ASG, have anything else you'd like to add, bring up, discuss?
So Yeah, it'll be interesting as we follow along with the main, but at least so far in the other big events, it looks like we've kind of stagnated in terms of growth from year to year compared to last year and the year before. Uh, Derek Kwan had this tweet where the Millie Maker got like 50% growth between 22 and 21 and 30% growth between 23 and 22 and similar numbers for the monster stack and only 5% growth from 24 to 23. So it'll be interesting to see in the main if we get a lot more people or just a couple more people or even less. Who knows?
I'm going to say that it may be less this year because I think some people were really motivated by that giveaway of a main event seat for 10 years or whatever it was. Um, and I think it may end up being a little less this year. That's my prediction. But I'm going to tell you that 5% growth pattern is probably pre COVID a normal number. Um, and I feel like those big boom numbers were because people were finally coming back to poker. And so we had big booms. So it'll be interesting to see what the numbers are. I appreciate you bringing that up because that stuff is intriguing to me as well. So thank you. Appreciate you. Well, look at here. Good old Barry Levy. Where you been, my friend? I haven't talked to you in forever. How are you?
I'm good. I've been around lurking. Yeah, definitely. It was the COVID boom. People international travel allowed and whatnot. Last year actually broke the women's record. This year it was a little shorter than last year, but they only missed by like 50 or something. I think it was
Thank,
1290.
Oh,
you,
thank you for
Barry.
that. Because
1295 last year broke the record. Before that, it might have been 900, then 600, because it was in October because of COVID. So, yeah, once they allowed international travel again, that's when all the records were broken. COVID was technically behind us.
yep, I agree. I think that had a lot to do with it because I think pre-COVID, that 3 to 5% increase was the norm. I think, um, but I think one more person than last year is a good thing. So that's where I'm at with it. And I have to give a little shout out to my friend, the Bathwater for Buy-ins. You know, uh, they wrote in the chat, we need to run Fats for trashing Sherry's space. Sounds like he needs a bath. So, I can't disagree. When Fats is trashing my space and then wants to be a co-host in that space,
Hold on a
he may
second
need to
here.
be thrown in bathwater.
Let's get something
Go
straight.
ahead.
I said I wasn't picking on you and this. I was picking on the content that we were providing. I was talking about my participation in the content part of that space. That it was. I don't think that Donna and I really provided the best listening experience for everybody in carrying that space.
Well,
That's.
that's okay.
I mean, we had fun, but I don't.
Look, we
We
appreciate
had
you
fun, but I
too.
don't think it was, our best space work.
Who cares?
Well, I appreciate y'all doing it,
You know,
and
I
like
mean,
I
the
said, I
problem.
haven't had a chance to
We.
listen to it, but I'm
You got
sure
to
it was
remember, we
great.
can only deal with what we have to work with. When Sherry has half the good content people blocked from the space, you can only have so much work. So much you can do to entertain people.
Well, the good news is, wait, let me go back and look. Hold on a minute. The good news. Let me get to my timeline here. The good news is, let's see. I'm trying to get to the numbers, Fats, because I know you're a numbers guy. The good news is we had 600 live listeners and 42 replays. So, we must have been doing something right.
42
So
replays.
I am grateful that you guys co-hosted for me and kept the boat afloat, as they say. So I appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for getting Joy to give me a shout out. That fucking made my night.
I mean,
You are
To
most
keep
welcome.
to keep the crowd entertained, Donna had to go X-rated for about 10 minutes.
Well, would we have it any
She
other
was dancing on tables.
It's not first time I've danced on tables, perhaps, and it won't be last. Believe me.
You should see her on a pole. Now there's a sight. Barry, what are you doing these days? You coming back to Vegas, or what are you doing?
Probably not till next year.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right, you guys. I'm signing off because it's nap time.
Yeah, right. Who you kidding?
Yeah, and as
You're
for the
going
poll,
right
it's got
back
to be a
out to the
fighting
bar.
poll.
I know you. I got spies watching you.
Perfect. Go ahead, Donna.
This and as for a poll, it's got to be a fireman's one.
Did somebody translate whatever she just said?
She said, as for a pole, it has to be a fireman's pole.
Oh my God. It's Donna.
Your brain went straight to the dirty side. I've slid down fireman's poles, proper fireman's poles in fire stations.
Okay, we don't have to get so graphic here. Oh my goodness. Back to the X-rated. Donna and her sliding down poles.
Yeah, Sherry, what
That's
kind of
your
a space
dirty
are you running
minds.
here?
I don't know, but I think it's time to end.
It's probably a good thing
That's
you
your
have so many
Before the
people.
FCC
It's
comes
probably a
in.
good thing you have so many people blocked.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely a great thing.
I told you, you've
It's
all got me
perfect.
twisted.
Now, girl, you were twisted before we ever became friends. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, but I can be serious. And I meant proper fireman's poles, like in a fire station.
What am I going to do with you? I guess bring you to Spokane and introduce you all of Nick's firefighter buddies, huh?
Yes, please.
Oh, God. For those that don't know, my son-in-law and my son are both firemen. So there you go. We got the hookup for Donna right away. All right, you guys. I'm out of
I
here.
have one more question.
Yeah, sure,
For
bud.
the mini main today, if you win that, do you get a bracelet or do you get a mini bracelet?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to let you research that and get back to us
All right,
tomorrow.
I'll let you close the note. You needed something to go down with.
All right, you go down that rabbit hole tomorrow today and update us tomorrow on that bracelet for the mini. We would appreciate it. Everybody have a great day. I appreciate you joining us. And if you're on the felt, good luck. If you aren't, get out and touch the grass and enjoy
Again with the grass.
life.
What's with the grass?
Hey, we got to touch grass. You may smoke it, some of you, but also touch.
Nice to hear from you, Barry. Nice to hear from you, Barry. Bye for now.
Have a great day.